Hello, ladies and gents. I am back, and welcome to the live stream. Now, we will be talking about the 2018 WWE Money in the Bank productions. We give you how we feel and everything. Sometimes we can be a little crazy on here, can we, guys?
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I mean, it took Rashida asking me to come on here just to get me back on YouTube in the whole wrestling scene. I've been away for a while, and I kind of feel with this whole bet wrestling thing, like we're not seeing the smart money we used to. Like, in other words, the matches aren't being spoiled by these betting odds. The WWE had to go and change their game. So I say it's mission accomplished on that front. But it's great to be here. It's great to be back, and I'm really excited for this pay-per-view, because we haven't had one in so long. We didn't have any pay-per-views in May whatsoever. I mean, we had those two big shows in April, WrestleMania and the Greatest Royal Rumble, but I don't know. I just have a thirst for pay-per-view wrestling because we have not had it. It's been the longest we've ever gone without having it.
Yes, I agree with you. And let's not forget, Money in the Bank would be in the all-state area in Chicago.
In Chicago? Oh, I didn't know that's where it was. Okay, Chicago's always a hot wrestling crowd. That's one of the hottest wrestling cities behind Philadelphia and New York.
And it's really true, and this will be happening on Sunday, June 17th. And before that, before the pay-per-view, we got the kickoff that will be starting at 6 p.m. And then we go into the big matches that start at 7 p.m. So, guys, if you're not subscribed to the WWE Network, make sure you do, because it's very cheap. It only costs for $9.99. And you get free pay-per-views like NXT TakeOver Chicago and the Money in the Bank.
And the first month is always free. You can sign up.
Always free. Always free. They'll hook you in with that. But I don't know. Let's dig in now. Let's do a deep dive on this show that's coming up that we're all waiting for.
Yes, I agree. So we got the kickoff. We got the SmackDown Tag Team titles on the line. We got the Burge Brothers faces Luke Gallows and Cal Anderson. Now,
the Bludgeon Brothers are going to kill them.
Yes.
Bludgeon Brothers right now, heavily favored. I mean, yeah, they're on a tear. I don't know when a team's going to step up and actually be able to compete with them and be real competition, but I don't think it's Anderson and Gallows at the moment. I mean, they just have not been rehabbed enough. Like, maybe when they first came in, yeah, but it took Harper and Rowan so long to get here. I mean, they couldn't even win the tag titles years ago, but now, like, they're separated from Bray, from the Wyatt family. They're doing it on their own. They got this kick-ass new gimmick, and I'm excited for them. I mean, as long as we keep cheering for them or hating them or whatever it's going on, I'm interested in what they're doing. So until that interest, until that passion for watching the Bludgeons starts to fade, then they need to continue to be dominant. Like, who can stop them?
I agree with Philly, because these guys are going to tear each other apart. And I think Luke Gallows or one of them are probably the number one contenders for the Smack Team titles, I believe.
Well, they would be, yeah, right? Yeah. They earn that. They earn that, but I mean, like, I don't know. They haven't done enough to prove that they're ready right now to even compete with the Bludgeon Brothers. I mean, they could surprise us and come close and put up a good showing, but that's the most they can ask for. That's the most we can ask for. And if they can do that, they've elevated themselves. They've now kind of, hey, we can hang with the Bludgeons. Like that should be their goal, not to win the titles.
Yes,
forget about that. I mean, hey, if they were with AJ Styles in that club again, I don't know why they're not doing it. Like, they're all aligned as fan favorites right now. Like, why not just do that? Then I'd say they'd have a chance, because now they're tied to all the main events that are happening with AJ and that WWE Championship that he's held for so long.
I agree with you. I really think they should have did it before. They should have had these four people facing each other, and then they have a winner and go on to Money in the Bank to face the tag team titles.
You think so? What do you think those four teams should be?
I think it should be Luke Gallows and Cal Anderson.
Okay, cool. All right, what do you think? What do you think, Liz? Liz Savage?
I think Anderson, yesterday's news. I personally think the Bludgeon Brothers deserve the tag team titles. I think they're going to sit around their waist for a while, so why should anyone else try?
They deserved it years. They deserved it years ago. But yeah, I mean, Gallows and Anderson, they might want to. They might want to skip this one. They might want to just not show up. Okay, what else? You want to move on? You're running the show here, Rashida.
Yes. I mean, I'm just letting y'all talk. And so next we got Bobby Lashley faces Sami Zayn. Now these guys been going at it for like a couple of weeks now. Now you saw what happened last Monday, which Sami Zayn made him did some army stuff and sneaked him and jumped him.
To prove that he was actually in the military.
Yes.
Yeah, he cast doubt on that. He cast doubt that he had sisters. I mean, this is Sammy on his own away from Kevin Owens for the most part with this feud with Lashley. I think it's been working very well. And, both Lashley, who you love, by the way, Rashida, you were begging him to come back. So what do you think? Let me ask you this. How do you think it's going? How do you think it's going up till now?
I think for one, I think Bobby Lashley's career on WWE is going very well.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I think when he came back, he just came back with little fanfare, and that, like, for whatever reason, like, he's not as popular as he should be. But I think this is a big match, as I was saying, for both Lashley and Sami Zayn, because this is the match that's going to really make both of them in the sense that, like, Lashley could become a bigger star, and then somebody like Sami Zayn shows, hey, I can turn somebody like Lashley into a bigger star because I got under his skin. Like, I really did some entertaining stuff out here. So, yeah, that they both have something to do. But, I mean, this is Sami Zayn's match, in my opinion.
Yes. But Sami Zayn doesn't know what he's getting himself into. Now, Bobby Lashley, he does not play.
No, he doesn't play.
He is going to tear off Sami Zayn's arms and beat him with them.
Right, but I mean, like, I don't know why Lashley's even entertaining what this punk Sami Zayn is trying to do. Like, it's like no, I was in the, like, here's my medals from the military. Here's pictures of me in the military. Here's all these awards. Here's the proof. Here's my paychecks. Like, why does he have to? Okay. Why does he have to do like these bars and this obstacle course just to prove that he was in the military? It doesn't make any sense. Like, he's got no, like, you're wrestling Sammy either way. You get to kick Sammy's ass either way. Sorry for my language. You get to do it either way. So why entertain him? I think it kind of makes Lashley look a little foolish, but I don't know what the mind games are. But, like, I give a lot of sympathy for Lashley right now, how he's been treated by Sami Zayn, like what he's putting him through, how he's belittling him like that. And you know what? Like, I am going to tune in to see Sami Zayn get destroyed limb from limb. That little, like, that sneaky lizard, Sami Zayn, he needs to go. And Lashley's the guy to do it. Like, I want him to knock Sami Zayn, pronouns, pal. That was I want Lashley to knock Sami Zayn out of his boots so hard that Kevin Owens, his boy, feels it back in the locker room. And, and bar that man from ringside. Bar him from ringside. They got all this trouble on SmackDown. They couldn't even work there anymore because they burned all their bridges. They had to come to Raw. That's what happened. And now they're causing the same trouble here. And I'm sick of the mischief. It was cute at first, but I'm sick of it. Like, I just want to watch. I don't want to see this foolishness. I don't. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. But I'm not sorry. Yeah. I'm not sorry. Not sorry at all.
I agree with you. I don't know why Stephanie even hired them back, because all they gotta do is just cause more trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's disrespectful to us fans watching at home to have, like, we had a program, we were watching, this was scheduled, that was scheduled. It's like why? Why they got to put themselves over like that? For real?
Yeah. It would be better if it was at Impact Wrestling. That way they could just do whatever they want, because Impact Wrestling doesn't even care. They don't care.
Yeah, well, I wish I could drop a bombshell right now. Not necessarily about TNA or Impact or Anthem Wrestling or whatever the Owl Company, whatever they're calling themselves, because I don't know if they're like. just wait is all I'm saying. There's possible things that that would make me chuckle, and it's good for wrestling. Don't say people are going to be out of work. It's good for wrestling, but I'm not going to drop that because I'm under a gag order at the moment, and that's true. I ain't fooling. I ain't fooling.
Our lives would be a whole lot easier if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens wasn't there at WWE.
I think so too. I think they might want to go back to Ring of Honor, and cause their trouble. I mean, I don't think they'll tolerate that trouble there, but it's like they still put them on the show. They're still making Kevin Steen action figures there, so they don't. I don't know. I'm not going to talk about Ring of Dishonor, as my fallen comrade Trenassa would say.
Oh my gosh! So
what is Liz doing? Like, Liz, what are you doing?
I am sharing out Rashida's stream.
Okay. Gotcha. You're producing.
And I am contemplating Bobby Lashley beating the snot out of poor Sami Zayn this weekend.
That sneaky little Canadian Sami Zayn.
Yeah. I have to go with Bobby Lashley because Sami Zayn needs to be taught in a lesson. Sami Zayn never has been military before.
Yeah, exactly. It's very disrespectful to do that to somebody who put their life on the line, and Sammy's making a mockery out of it. And the military, I guess they've sponsored the WWE in the past, so now it's an advertise. They're causing trouble for the advertisers as well. They're just there to cause trouble. They're just there to cause trouble. They even fight with each other. They spent most of their WWE careers fighting with each other, and now that mischief, now they've gotten on the same page. And now that's a disaster because I didn't know Sammy had this in him. It's just like KO is just such a bad influence. I think Sammy's a good guy. It's just KO gets him started. And because I think maybe the fans didn't really accept Sammy the way they wanted him to, the way he wanted them to. Like it didn't happen for him. Like they liked him, but they, not that much. We like watching, but we don't want you to be the champion. So he went to somebody who would accept him, and Kevin Owens just kind of used the past friendship, and he knew Sammy very well, knew how to manipulate him, saying, "Oh, they don't really care about you. Come to this side. I care about you. Like all you need is me." So it's just like he does everything he does just to impress and get the approval of Kevin Owens, like that. And I studied psychology. I know these things. That's exactly what's going on with these two.
Yes, I hope Sami Zayn learns his lesson at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, the thing, I think that we're going to see Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens come back together at some point, but it might not be until SummerSlam at the earliest.
So is that a rumor or is that just you saying that?
That's just my own opinion.
I mean, it could happen if rumors are saying that. I mean, it really could. If they're really booking into that place, I don't know. I can't think for WWE, but we all know how WWE is. They're probably going to put something shady stuff in there.
Well, of course.
That's what they do.
And last year, technically, James Ellsworth won the women's Money in the Bank match.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, because WWE puts these things so boring so they can make more money easier.
How does that work?
Like yesterday Raw. Okay, what grade was Raw? What'd you get for Raw from last Monday?
So, wow, it was one of the not better Raws. I mean, that women's Fatal 4-Way was very good, so that kind of gets it at least a passing grade. Like, I'll give it a C+.
Exactly. Raw was horrible. It was horrible.
I haven't watched it because everyone keeps bitching about how horrible it is, so I honestly haven't.
Here's what my point is. They say that an A+ show. How are y'all the A+ show, but y'all get bad grades though?
They get bad grades, but then they get like multi-billion-dollar like TV deals. So
yeah,
that's all they really have to do is get those deals.
The logo on my shirt, that's the A+ show. That's a show you want to watch.
Lucha.
Season 4 debuts tonight. Underground. WWE has got to, honestly, it's like WWE really needs to change what they're doing in order to win fans back and entertain them again, because they're losing so much right now through so many other facets of the wrestling industry, pulling away their small niches of certain crowds. Those niche audiences now have places to go and don't need to go to WWE, which has just this mismatch of guys who all look the same. You know, they need to just keep changing it up and really like divide their product. I hate to say, like keep talking about having a women's division show. If they had a women's division show right now, that would have been the hottest thing ever. Like Glow, the TV show, even has pop figurines that's on the comic book shop today. WWE is losing demographic quickly that they should be gaining on right now.
I want to give a shout out now to It's Samira, who's making her prediction video tomorrow and going to give us Bet Wrestling a shout out. So, yeah, props to them.
Woohoo! Shout out to them.
Yeah, It's Samira. Also, let's give a shout out to somebody else who's been doing predictions for us on YouTube, another YouTube channel about your age, Rashida. It's called Wrestling with Things. Like, look that up for a channel. It's these two individuals, and they're in their school, and they set up shop in the school. They do it up like they have a monitor that has pictures and whatnot, and they really get into it, and they start to argue and debate. It's really cool. And the fact that they do it in their school, and they start out very, I guess, genteel and very civil, and it quickly goes into an argument. What you say?
Well, if Rashida had a co-host, she would have someone to argue with.
Yeah.
Well, that would be great. That would be great.
Yes. Next, we got Daniel Bryan faces Big Cass. Now, I really thought Big Cass was like injured because he's been injured for a long time right now. Ever since, his tag team partner got like fired.
That's right. And now has this a musical career.
Yeah, a music career.
A musical career.
You
didn't see his. He is rapping. Yes, you guessed it. How'd you know? How'd you know?
Who wants an Italian rap? Oh my god.
Nobody.
Well, I hope his rapping career goes on. If it flunks, then he can always go. I don't think he'll ever come back to WWE.
No, I think I don't think he's going to come back to wrestling. I don't think that's what he's going to do. But anyway, yeah, Big Cass, like he was injured for a long time, and now he's cleared and he's back. He sat at home. He marked out and played like Madden and MLB, and he created himself in the game, and like not even the wrestling game because he's already in that, but like these other sports games because he's injured, so he wants to play other sports as him, but he's not injured, and he creates himself and he makes himself super powered in these games. So that's what he did in his time off, and now he's back. I think his interviews have gotten a lot better, but he had to come in with a loss to Daniel Bryan, and we may see that again. Daniel Bryan win again. I don't know. I thought Cass would. I thought he'd have a stronger comeback, and we haven't seen that yet. But then again, he's in there with somebody who's having a very strong comeback of their own, Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, and now Big Cass is dressing in suits now.
How do you think he looks in the suit? I think he looks good in the suits. I think like he takes his time now. He doesn't seem so timid and nervous, which is probably why it didn't work out from the first time and why he didn't get hurt and why he did get hurt the first time. You don't think he was timid?
I thought he was more anxious and trying to hold back himself rather than throw himself all into it too early in the match and getting burnt out, which is what we saw a lot early in his career. I think it's been a struggle for him to slow down a little bit and become more calculating.
Yeah, and as a guy his size, he probably wants to do that. He definitely wants to do that because he doesn't have to be so quick. He doesn't have to. He doesn't have to dodge. He doesn't have to dodge a cross body. He could just catch you. Like that's how that works.
Yeah, I totally agree because, and the booking they did between Daniel Bryan and Big Cass, it looks like a rush to me. They book it very fast.
Yeah, I mean, I heard that they booked this match. They made this match between Bryan and Big Cass to just put Big Cass in there with somebody very, very good. And, you know, he tapped out. Like a man of his size tapping out. I don't know what this does for him or what they have planned. I think, you know, hey, that's the thing. If Cass loses too many times to these smaller opponents, then I think he's going to just snap and get a lot more brutal and show a lot more aggression. So either way, he's going to get to the top somehow. He just needs to be properly motivated. Like he hasn't really found the style that works for him yet, where he can just beat everybody. But, you know, you see him evolving. You see him evolving every match and every interview segment. Every time we see him, he's evolving.
Yeah, definitely, because this is just like Daniel Bryan faces King all over again. Like, and I think Daniel beat him, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that was his only title defense, and I like that little feud because they have the Team Hell No, they have the Team Hell No deal that they used to do. They had that gimmick, so there's that kind of history, and now it's totally different. But it was like Kane chasing Daniel Bryan all around the arena, and Bryan just couldn't keep him down. And it was just kind of like a horror movie, the slow walk. And Bryan was running for him, but he's so much bigger. It was so cool. It was so cool because Kane was a monster again. Like Daniel Bryan was actually able to make him into that monster based on how he behaved, because he treated him like a monster, because he knew, because they were tag team partners, and he knew he was a monster. Like he knew this guy, and it wasn't even a rumor. Like, I know this guy's a monster because we were tag team champions together.
A politician.
Oh yeah. No, he got in, right? He made. I don't know if he took office yet. He won mayor of Knoxville. Yeah, he won as mayor.
He won the right to run for the Republican Party.
Oh,
as
he won
mayor
the primary. The primary. I thought he was in. Okay. He won. Well, I mean, I still think I don't know. I don't know how Knoxville works, but we'll see what happens.
That's
insane.
Well, he's not safe.
That's like. That's like Frankenstein running for president.
Yeah, I mean, you think they'd have a strong Republican candidate that could actually beat Kane and Frankenstein. Yeah, that, you know what, it is, because if there was an actor that played Frankenstein and they ran for office, they'd say Frankenstein was running for office. This is no different. In fact, I'd go as far to say that Kane is will go down as more of a cultural icon as far as being a monster than Frankenstein was. I think so.
Kane Frankenstein wasn't a wrestler.
That was the Undertaker's brother. He died in a fire.
The undead from here.
No, seriously.
Can we start making ridiculous campaign buttons for him?
Well, he's got a flame. He's got a flame in his campaign logo, so he's doing a pretty good job of that on his own. I think we could make it even. Yeah, you know. I think these fake these fake smear campaigns against him and showing the kind of man he is, but it's all the stuff he was doing in the WWE, like setting people on fire. Like what he did to Shane McMahon with the jumper cables. Like it's all. This is the guy you're voting for. And he won anyway. He won anyway. Yeah. Yeah. So that's how that goes.
Oh man.
Speaking of the Daniel Bryan and Big Cass match, I'm going with Big Cass. I have to say, I'm sorry you're gonna hate me for it, but I'm going with Big Cass.
You can go with whoever you want. That's fine. I'm doing my little 7th inning stretch walk. Yeah, I know that Daniel Bryan is slightly favored, but you think that Cass is due for a win.
Yeah.
You know, keep this going. I don't know. I don't know what they do after this. You could have Cass. Cass. He's going to definitely snap if he loses this match. He's going to snap.
Yeah, exactly. But let's not forget, Daniel Bryan has faced it tall people like him before it has won those matches.
I don't know. I think Daniel Bryan's going to take him, to be real, because I've been watching Daniel Bryan wrestle for as a really long time now. And Daniel Bryan is just unreal as far as a wrestler. He's probably one of the people I respect today as an in-ring worker more than anyone. You know, watching him throughout the years when I was involved in indie wrestling just blew my mind. Like, he was one of the best wrestlers, I think, of our generation.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think, Sam?
Yeah, exactly. Because Daniel Bryan, they said that he would probably never wrestle because of his neck. Just like the same injury as Edge, they say he would never wrestle again. But I think Daniel's injury wasn't bad as Edge's injury.
Yeah, I mean, Edge's was definitely career-ending. Like, there was no two ways about it. Daniel Bryan, they just didn't know one way or another, so they were being safe. Like, you know, no doctor is going to take that risk of doing malpractice and saying, yeah, you can go wrestle. But eventually they found one that could do that. Like, they could technically clear him. I think maybe technology changed from that time. But it was like I don't know what happened with that, because Enzo had a concussion. He was back on TV in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. And like,
and maybe that's what made him become a rapper.
I don't know. Maybe that's made him change his mind. Like, you probably had a concussion so bad, you're like, you know what? Forget it. I quit wrestling. I'm going back to rap. I'm going to be a rapper.
He won't be the first one that did that.
Hell, John Cena did it, and he kept wrestling.
He did that while I was wrestling, and they promoted his rap concert that they had in my city after the show, or the next night. They had promoters in the building handing us flyers as we were like leaving, but in the building, like not even in the corridor. In the corridor, you went to the John Cena deal, but they were like in the aisleway. They were in the aisleway as we were leaving, handing these things out. It was a total fire hazard. I don't know how they allowed it.
Well, it didn't work because only like maybe 200 people showed up, tops.
Well, I'll tell you what, Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson of Something to Wrestle With, they were able to sell that place out, but Cena couldn't.
Cena couldn't. He sucks at rapping. He sucks at rapping.
Yeah, he does. That's why he doesn't do it anymore.
No wonder why they made him at face. But moving on, next we got Roman Reigns faces Jinder Mahal. Oh my gosh.
Roman Reigns, last I checked, was favored at minus 1350. He's the most favored of anyone on this card. And this early, it's like that's amazing. That means that if you bet $100 on Jinder Mahal and won, you'd make $1,350.
You lose.
Like that's how favored this guy is right now.
Yeah. And everything. Do y'all know why they're booing Roman Reigns?
Some people boo, some people don't.
I mean, it kind of sounds like they're all booing. Like every next Monday they're booing, and sometimes they're saying yay, and they're like,
I want to make a prediction that Roman Reigns will be booed in Chicago, because that's one of the places they like to boo him most.
Poor Roman Reigns.
Well, whatever. He's collecting a paycheck at the end of the night, and rumor has it that it's going to be him challenging Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam once again for the Universal title. I don't know what they do. I mean, maybe it would have to be Hell in a Cell this time, because they did the cage match. They've had the singles match. I don't know how many appearances or matches Brock Lesnar has left, but you never know. We're always really in the dark with that, but I hear this could be the last one. I think Braun Strowman should step in there. I mean, somebody's going to...
Yeah, Roman Reigns has a death wish again.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, no, I mean, he won that cage match technically, but it was a bad call by the referee. Like, he won that match in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah,
they cheered him in Saudi Arabia, didn't they? They loved him there.
Yeah,
I think so. I think that's when Brock Lesnar started making him bleed.
Oh yeah. Well, no, he had a gusher at Mania too, didn't he?
I believe so. I don't know, because doctors came out, I believe, so I don't know about that.
Oh, wait, we were there though. I know.
Yeah.
We were all there. I don't even remember.
by that stage in the game, like that, I was more concerned. Yeah, we were all more concerned with the beach balls going around, like that beach ball mania. That was great. I mean, I don't think the people at home got to hear that. They probably cut that out, but that was a fun time.
Well,
There were
if this
at
if this
Mania.
match even happens, then I'm like, oh my gosh, Roman Reigns hasn't learned his ass whooping from Brock Lesnar.
He wants that title. He
Yeah,
wants that. I think it's might be the only title he didn't hold.
yeah, yeah. He wants the title, but it's gonna be so hard to get that title off Brock Lesnar.
Well, somebody's going to have to do it, and Roman. We'll see what happens.
Bobby Lashley can do it.
Bobby, see, that's the thing, and that's why. But he needs to do very well
Mhm.
at this pay-per-view. Like, he needs a big win against Sammy.
Yeah, yeah, and I think they should book Bobby Lashley to a big main event match. Brock Lesnar faces Bobby Lashley.
That's what they both did MMA.
Mhm.
I think Bobby Lashley could credibly beat him.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't think Seth Rollins could.
no, he didn't beat him like the last
No.
one. Yeah.
No, he didn't beat him. No.
I mean, how many pay-per-view has Brock Lesnar lost?
Well, he lost in his comeback. He lost to Cena. His first match in, he lost to Triple H, I think, once on a pay-per-view. He did lose one of the matches to the Undertaker, right?
I think that was back
That's
in
when the Undertaker used the low blow.
I think that was in 19 something, way back.
No, because Brock started after the 2000.
Yeah.
I'm saying during this run. I'm going through his entire yeah.
Yeah.
His last loss was to Goldberg on pay-per-view.
And
Yeah, that's when his last loss was.
That was not even a second. He just lost flat like that.
Yeah. I mean, unless you count the actual Royal Rumble where he didn't win that match, but I don't, because it doesn't count as a loss. I don't think he didn't really lose. He just didn't win. There's like 30 people.
Let's say he wasn't ready.
He wasn't ready. He was not ready, and that's what Paul Heyman told us. Yeah, he's like, my guy wasn't ready. This guy was 50 years old. He hadn't wrestled in so many years. We thought we'd be able to take him, but he came proper, and we lost. But now Brock's going to be prepared, and he's going to win, and that's what happened. Another one we were there for. Another one we were all collectively there for. The three of us.
Paul Heyman talked so much junk that night that he lost to Goldberg.
Yeah, that's the thing. They took, and that's really, I think that loss is really Paul Heyman's fault. He probably told Brock, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
And Brock didn't train as hard. He thought it was a little tune-up that he would, because he would have these little tune-up matches against, like Kevin Owens. Like, I was there for that match in Madison Square Garden. Various, I think he took on the Miz. He took on Sheamus at one point. Yeah.
He definitely lost. I think Sheamus lost to him.
Yep. That's what I meant. Brock doesn't lose too much.
Yeah.
But so that's the deal with Roman. But Roman versus Jinder, I'd like to see how that match goes. Honestly, that could be a fun. I think their styles make a good match. Honestly, and they're going to get the time to do it, and we'll see.
Yeah, I think this would pretty be.
Yeah, it's a Roman win all day long.
Yeah, I think this would be a decent match. So I think Roman Reigns will probably take this win if Jinder Mahal's wounds do not help. I wish there was a ban from the ring, because that would just ruin the whole victory.
Yeah, well, it's Roman versus Jinder. You got to think that this match was made specifically for Chicago, because I don't think Chicago likes either of those men. Yeah. I think it's going to be all CM Punk chants the entire time.
Yeah, we all know how Chicago is. They do not like him.
I know that's right. Yeah, they don't like either of these guys. They like who they like.
Yeah. So next up, oh boy, we got another title match coming up. We got the Intercontinental Championship on the line. We got Seth Rollins faces Ellis. Oh my gosh. The next Honky Tonk Man and the Power Ranger facing each other.
This is another one. I'm so impressed with Elias. Like, I love this tear that Seth Rollins is on. Like, I think I think he's better than Shawn Michaels was in his prime at this point. And I was never a huge supporter of either Tyler Black or Seth Rollins. But the thing of it is, like, I love what Elias is doing, and I think he's ready for the Intercontinental Championship. It's just to interrupt this great run by Seth Rollins. Unless they're planning to make it Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar, which I already spoke about that, and I don't think they should do it, then that's the only way that I think Elias, I think if he needs a little more seasoning, but he is ready to go. Like, he's ready for the IC title. He's ready to give it a chance, but why not wait?
Yeah, I know last time on Monday Night Raw that I think Seth Rollins had a match and he won that, and then Ellis just pushed him off the table. I really thought he was hurt and he had to give up the title. If he had to give up the title, that would, holy moly, it would ruin the whole fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. But I think this could be the match of the night. Well, we got 2 Money in the Bank matches, but, like, I don't know. I think this is going to be a really good match, and I think we're going to be impressed with Elias. And we have been impressed with Elias thus far, but it's like what he could do on a pay-per-view match, given the time for the title, with Seth Rollins, probably the best wrestler in the world at this moment is Seth Rollins. See what you can do with the best wrestler in the world on a grand stage like that. With all eyes on you, with all the momentum that you have, like, this is like a really powerful match, and I think people are sleeping on it. It's going to be a lot better than Roman versus Jinder, I can tell you that.
I'm telling you what wrestling fans are thinking. They don't care about none of these matches. They only care about the Money in the Bank ladder matches that are happening.
Oh, right.
And then, so next up, we got the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Ember Moon, which I love her as well, which I hope she wins. Faces Charlotte, woo! And Alexa Bliss, Becky Lynch, Natalya, Lana, Naomi, and Sasha Banks.
I like the Ember Moon win it too, because I want to see her versus Asuka on the main stage at WrestleMania next year.
I love Ember Moon. I think she really deserves it because her talent is brilliant. I mean, I think she has never lost a match, I believe. She has never lost a match.
Is that true?
I think, yeah.
I think so.
I think so.
Oh, that's actually really cool. Okay, well, yeah, I've loved Ember since NXT and even before then. But I really think Natalya is going to win. She is favored to win, and I just think with the Ronda Rousey connection, like what they're doing with Natalya and Ronda, that's got to be for a reason. So Natalya got a big win Monday night, so I think she's the most likely to win the briefcase, and the sports books, they agree.
Yeah, but if Natalya wins, if Natalya wins, do you think she's going to interfere in the Raw Women's Championship match and screw over her best friend? That could happen. We just don't.
Yeah, I think that could happen. I think she could win that, and then maybe Ronda will be ready to win, and maybe Natalya comes in and steals the title, right? Snatches the title from Ronda.
Yeah, that would be a fight.
You know what I mean? I think Natalya versus Ronda is going to be something, and I love to see Alexa Bliss win that briefcase. I think she'd carry that briefcase with dignity. But I really think that the best choice is going to be Natalya because she's on such a tear right now.
I hope none of these girls win except for Ember Moon. I want her.
Ember Moon. Okay, so you're doubling down on that. Hey, that's who I'm rooting for, but I'm trying to be realistic. Yeah, Ember Moon. It's like if they don't do it now with her, it's like she's going to be on the back burner forever, and we can't have that happen. So I don't see why. Like, she's just as strong as Asuka, in my opinion, if not strong. I think she's way better than Asuka. I can tell you that much about Ember Moon.
Who came up ahead of her. And Asuka, she's great in her own right, especially since, like, those of us who are fans of Japanese wrestling remember her in the Japanese wrestling scene and remember her in the background, you know, before she ever made it to WWE. So now that she's made it to WWE, it's wonderful seeing Ember Moon come up with a fierceness. You know, she's way better than 90% of the women they have there, especially for the short amount of time she's been wrestling.
She might be the best woman they have there, in all actuality. Like, she might be the best. Like, who is better than Ember Moon? Who on that roster is better than Ember Moon?
No one.
Nobody. It's not
Nobody.
Asuka. I don't think Charlotte. Charlotte comes close.
Charlotte's
That's
pretty close.
because Charlotte cannot be.
Well,
The only
Charlotte's proven that she can be in main events and big matches. Like, she's proven
she's
that.
not.
Ember hasn't been given that opportunity yet. So, and that's a whole different ball game being out there when it's about that, when you're actually carrying like that kind of workload on you, like, that much responsibility to be in the main event. That's a whole different skill than what Ember Moon's done up to this point. So they had to put her in that position to let us find out. So, but I'm ready for her to win a briefcase. I'm ready for her to be in the main event angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm having doubts. What if we don't notice who's going to be the winner? What if it's going to be Charlotte? Because her father has been in Money in the Bank matches before.
He never won the briefcase, though. But I mean, like, the thing of it is, I can't see Charlotte with that briefcase. She doesn't seem like a Charlotte thing. She's given a lot of title opportunities on her own.
Yeah.
Like, she gets them all the time. And she'll get them whether she gets that briefcase or not. Like, to me, that briefcase usually is somebody wins that who isn't really on top, who's like kind of has a little buzz about them. Somebody like Ember Moon, and then that's what brings them to the top. That's how they can smash that glass ceiling, and so many have before. So I don't know about Charlotte, because she's probably the top in the division next to Ronda Rousey.
I just think Ember Moon and Becky Lynch and, well, I don't know. I just think these girls deserve it because they have never won a Money in the Bank briefcase.
Yeah, and Becky's another one who's been underutilized the whole time. She never won the NXT Women's Championship. She won the SmackDown Women's Championship briefly once, and that was it for her. She never won the title again, and she's really one of the best as well. She might be right behind Ember Moon as far as like the best in there.
Yeah.
But she's definitely at least as good as Sasha or better, and probably Charlotte as well.
Yeah, but WWE is like keeping Becky Lynch under that low level so she can't reach to the top.
I don't think they like her accent.
Yeah.
I think they will hold people back for something silly like that. I, for one, love her accent. I understand every word. And not only that, I love her puns as well. She is so good with the puns. She's been entertaining you with the puns for years. And Becky Lynch, that's appreciated.
I think it's not right because of her accent. I mean, you have people like Shinsuke Nakamura. He barely doesn't speak English, but his English is getting better though. I mean, how can you be so judgmental? Because they need speech class. That's all they need, speech class.
Well, no, I don't want to hear them do an American accent. I can understand. Like that's the thing. That's what makes her different. I mean, like, no, you don't want to go in there and speak the Queen's English. Like look at Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan. And Dusty Rhodes. They create their own accents out of nothing. So like that's the thing, and that's why I think why Shinsuke works because it's actually incorporated into like what he does. But with Becky, I think that's a big reason. Like Finn Balor, like you can kind of hear a little bit of that Irish in him, but he sounds a little bit more like a non-regional diction for him. So I think that's why he won the Universal title and why they gave him those opportunities. But they just haven't given Becky, who's talented in every way and entertaining, they haven't given her the opportunity that they've given the Charlottes and the Sashas and the Baileys.
Yeah. WWE hasn't given Becky Lynch props.
No, they haven't. She's one of the best until Ember Moon got there. I think she's the best on SmackDown. She's the best woman on SmackDown.
They just don't see it. They think she's not that.
Did they hear it? Did they hear it from the audience? Like they love her. I don't know, but hey, we get to see her, and if she gets that briefcase, she's the one I would. Yeah, I'd want her to. Yeah, her or Ember Moon. But I mean, I think Becky probably more now that you brought her up because it's been so long and it's been so dry for her. Yeah, throw her a bone, give her an opportunity.
Yeah. So how long has Becky Lynch been in the WWE?
Oh, at least 5 years. You mean the main roster?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, it's when the Divas Revolution started, so that would have been a little bit before WrestleMania 32. So she's been there like over 2 years now.
Yeah, she deserves the title. If
Yeah,
she's been
and
there that
she
long,
already she won the SmackDown deal. I think she needs to come to Raw too. She needs to
yeah,
come back to Raw. But
yeah,
yeah, that's how that goes. And that
yeah,
hurt her, the fact that she had to come into the WWE like at the same time that Charlotte and Sasha did, and all the attention went on them because they were NXT Women's Champions, whereas Becky never was.
yeah. And I hope good luck to these ladies. I hope they start kicking ass better than the man is. Next we got the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got, oh boy, another big show. Braun Strowman, Finn Balor, The Miz, Rusev, Bobby Roode, Glorious, the Bobby Roode, and Kevin Owens. I don't know why they put Kevin Owens in this, and one of the New Day members, and Samoa Joe.
Rusev Day.
No Rusev Day.
No Rusev Day.
Yeah, I would love to see the Rusev Day type deal. Braun Strowman, I can't see him with the briefcase. I think everybody's going to be trying to take him out of the match early, so it's like it's going to be kind of unfair to him. So I think he's kind of overwhelmed. I kind of want to say the Miz on this.
The Miz? Oh no.
Now you say the Miz versus Brock Lesnar, like I wouldn't believe that, but like here's the interesting thing. Okay, so you win this briefcase, right? And you can cash in for a title shot anytime you want. But how do you do that when the champion's literally never there? So, like, technically, you can be like, yo, I'm here with the briefcase. I want to cash in now. Champion's not here. He loses by forfeit for not being here.
Yeah.
And now the Miz has the championship. Brock Lesnar gets his rematch, and you can do some business out of that. But who else in this match do we think would benefit most from the briefcase?
Finn Balor. I can see Finn Balor.
Yeah, it gets him a title shot. It gets him a title shot. How about the SmackDown deal? I think it could be Big E or whoever. I think that's who it is for the New Day.
I think so. Or
It's Big E's time.
Yeah. Or I think it's Alex Xavier, I believe.
Oh, we already know who it's going to be.
Yeah.
And it's Xavier. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, my bad. Interesting.
Yeah. Which I think Alex Xavier's not going to win. He's not going to win.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah. Well, I mean, would the Freebirds rule apply to the briefcase? Because that could be very interesting.
Yeah. Because,
you know what I mean? Like how if you win when they were the tag team champions, any one of them, any two of them could be part of that tag team. Like they could choose any two members they wanted. So why couldn't they choose any member they wanted to cash in the briefcase? That would be very interesting, because that throws a wrench into it because we've already seen the Mr. Money in the Bank where they could cash in any time and they carry it around. But this time, it could be any one of three people that could cash in any time. I hope they do something like that. I love the New Day, and they've gotten a little stale, I think. I don't think, they got to keep introducing new things, and it's like it jumps the shark by personal. When you get into pancakes, and the pancakes are awesome. It's just I don't know. I think that act needs a little freshening up.
Yeah, exactly. But that money in the briefcase is all the way at the top, and they're gonna have to go through the big man, and that's Braun Strowman.
That's right. That's definitely right. But there's 7 other people that can take them out, and they want to take them out early. Like that's the thing.
It's not going to be easy.
They did that Monday night. They all teamed up against Braun.
As long as they team
and he still won, right?
Yeah, as long as they team up to get Braun Strowman out, one of them would just go at it and get one to get the briefcase.
Yeah, so you got to understand this kind of match. It takes a lot out of a big guy like Braun Strowman because someone like Xavier falling off a ladder to the mat, it's going to hurt. But for Braun Strowman, it could kill him because he's such a big guy. You know what I mean? And that's a lot of weight. He might break the ring again.
Like last time. Which that's the worst. I've seen several rings breaking. That's the worst one I've ever seen in my life. Like as far as the ring breaking, you saw that referee
he could have been killed. He was like just sucked out of the ring like a vortex,
know.
and it looked like he went onto the ring. Like it was just like it was weird. It was like he was here 1 second, and then
Yeah.
boom, like he was in a tornado. And like, what if that ring broke and he was sucked underneath of it, and it could have crushed and killed him?
Yeah. The last time we saw that, that was a few weeks, like a long time back, was Brock Lesnar faces the Big Show. That was probably in the 90s, I think, or anything, or the 2000s, I don't know, and everything. And that referee just fell out the ring.
He fell out the ring, absolutely.
Yeah. And everything. So I hope this ring does not break. I hope they got that ring tight.
Yeah, I hope so too, because it's not only Braun Strowman, it's 7 other people and probably several ladders, and who knows what else is going to make it into that ring, because maybe all 3 members of the New Day. There's nothing in the rules of that match that say they can't get involved, because you can't get disqualified because you're not, you know what I mean? You can't get disqualified. The only objective is to get that briefcase. And as we've seen in other matches, people have gotten involved, like James Ellsworth.
Yeah, yeah. Who would like to see Braun Strowman go through a ladder?
Probably.
I would love to see.
They're going to use the ladder as a weapon against him pretty quickly.
Yeah, but I'm talking about Braun Strowman going through the ladder and breaking it. That would be really awesome to see. That would just take him out completely.
Okay, so we got a couple other matches to talk about as well. Who's everybody's pick to win that?
I'm going with Finn Balor.
Okay, I'm going to go with The Miz.
I'm going with Rusev.
Going with Rusev, okay.
Oh
All
my
right.
God, Rusev, I hate to say it, but Rusev is not going to win.
That would
have
be.
To have faith because it is
I would love it if Rusev won. That's who I want to win.
I'll be so disappointed if he won.
But we all picked Raw guys, though. And none
Yeah.
of them were Braun Strowman, interestingly enough.
Yeah, nobody picked Braun Strowman. That's good.
Or any SmackDown guys.
Next, we got the Women's Championship. We got Carmella versus Asuka.
Asuka.
This is going to be good, really good.
Kick the shit out of Carmella. Poor Carmella. She's pissed.
I think it's Asuka's night, but I love this run from Carmella. I'm just hoping that Carmella can somehow win.
Oh,
James Ellsworth, make this one appearance. Make this one appearance.
Philly. Who wants to see a ghetto New Yorker holding a title?
Hey.
Isn't she from New Jersey? Isn't she from New Jersey?
I think she's from the hood. I think so. Or New Jersey.
Okay. Well, that's a big difference. I would like I like to see her second generation wrestler. I would like to see her win.
Wait, she's a second generation.
Yeah, her dad wrestled. Her dad wrestled and was a referee. What's that? Her father? I don't even know. He wasn't very good at it. But I shouldn't say that. He didn't make it very far. I've never seen his work, but I do know he did most of his work as a referee, and he did wrestle like many other referees do.
So he probably sucked at wrestling. That's why his career never lasts.
Yeah, that's probably the case. No, I like Carmella as entertainment. Once Asuka wins that title, then what? Like I think they spent a lot of money on Asuka, so they give her these opportunities. Like I don't think it's paying off.
I mean,
she was undefeated. She had that going for her. Charlotte beat her. That was it.
Yeah. And to me, I mean, I can see Carmella not holding the title, but I can see her having a show on SmackDown.
Oh, you know what? I don't think they've ever done that, because we've had Piper's Pit, and we've had a lot of those type shows, like the Peep Show, so many of them, Miz TV. But the thing of it is, we've never had one that was run by any of these female talents, and I think they could knock it out of the park. Please do that. And I think Carmella, who would be better than her to do it, honestly?
Yeah,
as far as like charisma, Alexa Bliss would do it very well, but on the SmackDown brand, it is Carmella. Like she's, I think, the most charismatic out of any of those divas.
Yeah, I think that'd be a perfect position for her, is to have a show on SmackDown.
Yeah, exactly. But with it as a champion, I don't know. But if she loses that championship, then all speed ahead. All speed ahead.
I have to go with Oscar because
How do you
Oscar.
think? I'm sorry, keep
I have to
going.
go with Oscar. I'm sorry because I love
No,
Oscar.
I know, but she bores me. She's not, she's a good
Okay.
martial artist, but she doesn't do anything interesting for me.
Okay. Does Shinsuke Nakamura bore you?
His wrestling does a little bit,
Oh my gosh! I
but at
didn't
least
even
he
know.
but at least he has charisma. At least he has a ton of charisma. I love his character, and I love the way he moves in the ring. But he has a nice knee. But like, what does he do that's so interesting? I'm sorry.
Then
I like watching him. That's all.
then Oscar shouldn't bore you then because they're both Japanese.
Oh, the Japanese No, see, that's the thing. Shinsuke is the more interesting. Now, Asuka doesn't have charisma in my book. I mean, I think she has a good costume and hair, and that helps. But I don't know. I like when Shinsuke talks and when he moves around and his little twitches and his Michael Jackson movements. But Asuka, no. I like Becky. I like Carmella. Asuka, she just doesn't do it for me. I'm sorry. I mean, I like Kairi Sane. If you want to talk Japanese wrestlers, I like her in NXT. I loved her whole deal in the Mae Young Cup and what she's been doing since then. I think she's one of the best, and I can't wait till she comes to the main roster. But the Asuka, not for me. If I want to see like somebody like a legitimate like martial arts, I got Ronda Rousey, and honestly, I don't really need to see her either.
And before we continue on, I've been trying to get some upcoming wrestlers who are not on WWE or NXT, like upcoming wrestlers, like probably they're not on live, only like upcoming wrestlers and stuff like that.
Like Joey Janela.
Yes, and to interview them and stuff like that. And everything.
I would love to see Rashida interview that kid.
Yeah, exactly.
I can make all sorts of interviews happen for Rashida.
Dirtbag Dan would be a good choice. I wouldn't call him up and coming though.
Oh, I have tons of fun people you could interview.
I mean, you could say that because they're not up to the top yet. But what you want me to say? You want me to just call them like regular wrestlers?
Indie guy, hopefuls. The independent hopefuls, because they're hoping for NXT.
Yeah,
might be kind of confused, but hey, it'll be fun.
What about Crystal? That would be a good pairing.
Crystal,
We could bring Crystal on, sure.
She would be great. She's a good talker. She's a good talker.
Yeah, I heard of Krista. I think she has talent and everything like that. And I would love to interview her if one y'all have.
Yeah, let's talk about that more off air. But yeah, let's start setting Rashida up with some interviews. It'll be fun.
No, yeah, I could dig that. Because it's like she'd be a different kind of interviewer than most.
Yeah,
I think she'd be Barbara Walters asking the hard hitting questions. I think no softball Larry King stuff.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm supposed to be going to a pay-per-view, not any of the WWE stuff. I'm supposed to be going to some pay-per-view. I'm supposed to be going to some BTW wrestling thing, and I think they're selling tickets, and they only cost for like $16 or $8 or something.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, you definitely check out some independent wrestling.
Yeah, and I got one of those tickets, so I'm probably maybe probably next Monday. So I probably have enough time to watch Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, I mean, you can always watch it there on your phone or whatever. I mean, I'm sure that indie wrestling will be all right because it's pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, let me know about that. I want to see if I recognize any of the names on this.
Yeah, exactly. I'll totally let you know.
You up with live interviews there.
Yeah, that as well. Maybe some connect. I think we have one more One or two more matches. Two more
We
matches
have
to talk about.
we have two. We have two. We have two more matches.
Yeah, the two title
Hey guys,
matches.
I
Yeah.
gotta go. Peace out. Thanks for having me on, Rashida. I've been sharing your link out. I hope we get some more subscribers for you, and let's talk about getting you some interviews. Thanks for
Okay,
having
thank
me.
you.
Peace. See you guys later.
See you later.
Bye. Okay, Phil. I think it's
Just us now. We'll wrap it up here.
All right. So next we got the Raw's Women's Championship. We got Nia Jax faces Ronda Rousey, the next Roddy Piper.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was actually the jacket of Roddy Piper that she wears, and that was given to her by the son, by Piper's son. But yeah, this is her first singles match.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, in fact, when we were at WrestleMania, like Liz Savage, who was just here, there was people behind us like getting mad that she was doing the Roddy Piper gimmick, and then Liz turned around and she schooled them. She set them straight. She shut them up. She shut them up and she shut them down.
Wow. Well, Ronda Rousey, if you listen to this, I hope you thank the son that he gave you his father's jacket, because that's an expensive jacket.
Yeah, absolutely. Rowdy Ronda Rousey. But what do you think about this? I mean, I kind of feel bad for Nia Jax because she was always put in the back burner so many times. Like for when Asuka came in, for example, and like she really should have had that title so many times, and she finally has it. Now it looks like it may be taken away from her very quickly. In fact, this is going to be a first pay-per-view title defense due to the fact that the women didn't go to Saudi Arabia. But since I don't know why I'm still like reporting news and stuff, but no, I did see that women are now driving in Saudi Arabia, so that wasn't happening. So we may see women wrestling in Saudi Arabia, even possibly by the fall when WWE goes back there. But yeah, I just feel bad for Nia because I really do like Nia Jax, and I wanted to see her have a nice, long, dominant run. And you know, she couldn't, I don't know. I think she's been mishandled all along, and we'll see.
Yeah, I really think they shouldn't put the title on the line so fast. They should make this a regular match and everything, say who's better and everything like that.
Yeah.
They should make it a regular match, not a titles match, because if you just put this title match on the line so fast, that person's going to lose that belt so quick, and then that person's going to feel like I've been screwed.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that's the thing, and that's the way I'm feeling. And I don't think it does Ronda Rousey any favors. I just think WWE they're paying Ronda Rousey so much money. They want to give her this opportunity. They want her to have that title. They want her to win this title, so she can go do media and have that title. Like that's how it works. That's their branding. They want that WWE like real big on her shoulder wherever she goes because she's a walking billboard for them. So there's that, And that's what I see that's going on. That's what I totally see going on, and it's just not right. But that's what's best for business, right?
Yeah.
And I don't care. I wish Ronda Rousey. I wish Ronda Rousey wasn't even here. The women's division was doing just fine without her. We got Ember Moon.
Okay, was you excited when she came into the WWE?
No, not at all. Not at all. I didn't want her to be here. It ruined my night at WrestleMania 31 when she was in the crowd and she got involved. I didn't need to see that. I didn't like Ronda Rousey. I still don't like Ronda Rousey. I don't think she's a good person. And I don't know. I really hope Nia pulls it out. I don't care if she has to cheat. I don't care what she has to do.
I really like her. She probably likes little kids.
I don't know what that has to do with anything.
I think Ronda is very, very talented. I think she's
talented. I don't think she's a good person. That's all. I don't want her to win. I'm not behind it. I'm not behind the W machine and what they're doing with Rousey. I understand it's best for business, but the women's division didn't need Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
It didn't. It helps.
They probably because I think she left UFC. I think she was getting tired of it because she was getting older and everything like that.
No, because she got beat twice and she got beat, like very severely. It wasn't even close. That's that other fight that she had. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. She wasn't going to be able to beat the next generation of MMA fighters because female MMA fighters, every generation, they're going to get better and better and better at it because more women are going to get involved in that.
Yeah, exactly. But I think they probably before they signed Ronda Rousey, they've probably been talking about this. They've probably been trying to get her to WWE and everything. It was probably like calling for like, hey, we got a contract, we got like a $50 million contract here for you if you come to WWE and wrestle.
Yeah, well, no, they wanted to get her for WrestleMania 32. They wanted it to be the same match, only instead of Kurt Angle, they wanted it to be The Rock, and they wanted it to be The Rock this year too. They couldn't get him, but like that's the match that they wanted to do. That's the match they set up at WrestleMania 31, but they couldn't get it. But now the UFC career is done, and she can do what she wants. And the plan was for her to come to WWE all along. She's a big wrestling fan and wanted to do it. And you see her in the ring, training and taking wrestling bumps and kind of learning how to fall like years before she even got to the WWE. But yeah, they've been wanting to do this since WrestleMania 31. Like that was always the match they wanted to do. Now she's here full time. They're paying her a lot of money, so they're definitely like they want her on top. That's why she got the quick title opportunity, even though so many people out there like Ember Moon deserve this shot. Maybe Ronda should be in Money in the Bank, but no. Because think about it. There's also not a whole lot of star power on this show. There's no John Cena. There's no Triple H. There's no Undertaker. There's no all these individuals that they had, the Khali and whatever at that Greatest Rumble. No, so like this, that might even go on last, Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. In fact, I think it will.
Yeah, exactly. And everything, But I thought it said that in her contract that she wasn't supposed to have a title shot.
I don't know. I didn't read the contract. I didn't hear, but she got it. So this is where we are right now.
If it said that in the contract or at the beginning when she first wrestled Stephanie McMahon.
I don't think Ronda wanted the title shot. Like there was Nia wanted to wrestle Ronda. Isn't that how it went down?
Yeah, that's how I believe. I think Natalya wanted to wrestle Ronda because to see who's
not Natalya.
Better woman.
Nia Jax as champion.
Yeah, I really think they should let Nia enjoy her title reign. Let her enjoy it, and then when her time reign is up, then they should talk about her facing Ronda Rousey.
No, yeah, I kind of do agree with that, but this is that doesn't mean anything right now because this match is happening and it is happening on Sunday, and I do think Ronda will win. But I will be.
I'm going with Nia Jax.
Pleased as a peach. Yeah, I'm going with Nia Jax too. But like that's what I hope happens. Like I'm going to be rooting for Nia Jax the whole time. Yeah. I may even bet on Nia Jax because obviously Ronda has the odds. So make that match interesting for me.
Yeah, which Ronda Rousey texted me on Instagram saying like, "Hey, I love your videos and everything like that." Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like really. That's what I'm saying.
He's like, "I hope you whoop for me at Money in the Bank," and everything like that. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Now I feel like a jerk for this because I'm going with Nia. I hope she's not watching because I feel like a jerk.
I don't know. I mean, she knows what she signs up for when she becomes a wrestler. Yeah. You know what I mean? You gotta you're in the public sphere. I mean, she got totally decimated and cyberbullied almost when she lost those matches in UFC. Like she said, she was on the verge of suicide at one point. So I think she can take this, and it's pro wrestling, honestly. Yeah. And it doesn't make a difference even what you say. It's what she does on Sunday, and it looks like she's going to come proper and win this. Like it looks like I don't see anything stopping because you know what? They haven't figured out how to stop Ronda in the WWE. They figured out how to stop her in the UFC, and then she was done there. But they haven't figured her out in pro wrestling yet. And until they do, she's going to have a good career, unfortunately.
Yeah. But what if Nia Jax, I can't say her name, but what if she injures Ronda Rousey on her first Money in the Bank pay-per-view?
You know what? Nia, she's pretty good as far as not injuring people, being able to win without ending somebody's career. I mean, there's that. But, Ronda's been wrestling only for a little bit of time. So if she gets hurt, it's her fault for stepping in there with a world-class athlete in pro wrestling and getting hurt, because I think Ronda might be in over her head. It's just she gets these quick victories. But if Ronda doesn't win it quick, I think the longer the match goes, Nia Jax has the endurance here for pro wrestling, for having in-ring cardio. So if I'm getting real specific.
But it's not Ronda Rousey's fault. It's what they're writing for her to force her to,
At the end of the day, with the words that she says comes out of her mouth and how she delivers them, You know, you got to make it work. Like a lot of like every wrestler that ever made it big, they made whatever they were given work, and they made the most of it if they're successful with it. So that's what Ronda has to do. Like most of the criticism about her is that
has
she has the
to
wrong
move.
face, she has the wrong facials, and she's not believable with what she says. With
I
how she
mean,
says what she says, it's how she's doing it. It doesn't really matter. You could take the worst interview ever and you could jazz it up and like, to make it interesting, like somebody like Enzo would do, whatever. Like, and I think Ronda Rousey can do her own shots. Like Ronda doesn't talk well on her own. Like if they didn't give her a script, she'd do even worse.
exactly,
Like
but
live TV, she's not good at. She's not good at live TV. She could be an actor. She can fight, which is what she's
I
going to
mean,
do
she's on
Sunday.
Fast and
But
Furious.
live TV, yeah. Well, Fast and Furious is taped, and then take one, take two, take three. I could only imagine how frustrated the director must have got at her, based on And I'm not knocking her. She needs experience doing this. Like
Yeah,
once she does it for a while, she will get better at it. But right now, it's not good TV, and it's
yeah,
really on her back to sell this pay-per-view. Like she's the biggest name on this event, and I think she could have did better. So we'll see.
yeah. But it's not her fault. Now
No,
Jack
it's
challenged
her fault. It's her fault. But okay.
her. I'm just saying it was not her fault because now Jax said that, and Ronda wait for it. I mean, it's an opportunity. I mean, opportunity shouldn't be wasted.
No, well, no, I'm not. I'm not blaming Ronda for having an opportunity. Absolutely, and if you remember how this got built up, Ronda didn't want that opportunity. It
Yeah.
is not Nia. Just she wanted to take out this Ronda threat. She wants to be that fighting champion, and
Mhm.
it's just been weird, honestly. But hey, we'll see. I'll enjoy this match. I mean, hopefully, if Ronda wins, it'll be over quick.
Yeah.
But we're both pulling for Nia Jax. Like I'll
Yeah.
jump up and down. I'll do a little
Yeah.
dance if she
If
wins.
if Ron,
I might
if
set off
Ronda
fireworks in my front yard.
wins, then we're just gonna be like woohoo and pour some champagne.
That's absolutely what we will do because I mean it'll just be an unexpected deal. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Now then
Now,
that means that like Nia is just made at that point, and she's one of the best women like there as far as name value. Like she'll make a name for herself by beating Ronda.
yeah, exactly. And good luck both to these women. Make the best women win.
May the best win. Exactly.
So we got the main event, the last match that we all been waiting for. We got the WWE Championship on the line. We got AJ Styles facing Shinsuke Nakamura, which they signed the contract, which the match would be a last man standing match. They signed the contract on SmackDown.
Well, that was a good piece of business, the way
Yeah,
they did that with throwing the pen and then he just took the punch from AJ just to show that like he's able to play these mind games and Shinsuke can get under the skin of AJ, and it absolutely worked. And then Shinsuke just was so cool, had the other pen in his pocket and just signed it like no big deal. Like he's really good at being that like irreverent, disrespectful, just laid back guy, and that's what we talked about it earlier. Like that's the appeal of Shinsuke. Like I do like him as a bad guy, honestly, because that's how he got popular in New Japan, and I
I
think it's his
miss
night.
him.
I think Shinsuke wins.
Yeah, I miss him at Shinsuke as a good as as a face. I miss him because he was always funny. He always clowns around.
He's funny now, though. He clowns around now. Like that's how it works. It works on both levels. I like
Yeah,
this because it's making people care. Like nobody cared when they had their WrestleMania match, but once that low blow happened afterwards, after the match, and Shinsuke turned and he kept doing it over and over again, and he got very disingenuous with some of his promos. No speak English. Like that's funny stuff, and that's great stuff, and it made Shinsuke finally interesting because he was hot in NXT because with that fan base, of course he's going to be. But the main roster, like the main WWE fans, where you
that's a
have
push.
tens
The
of
main
thousands of
roster is a
people coming
push.
to these arenas, well, no, he doesn't have that mass appeal. But now I think he's getting that mass appeal because like he's resonating as a bad guy.
Yeah, and the main roster is a push for him. It's a push. It's a challenge.
It's something different, but they gave him something different, and he's doing really
Yeah,
well with it. Like he's just
yeah,
doing well. He's hitting it out of the
yeah.
park.
I like
Unlike
how
Ronda Rousey, like that's the thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's exactly what I'm talking about. So I think it's Shinsuke's night, but I think it's going to be a really good match. Like I'm finally invested in this feud because of where they went with it. Like looks like to be like the final blow off match that they're having for this feud because they've done it so many times and it delivers every single time, except really at WrestleMania. But after that, like it was great. Like people were expecting too much at WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. And let's not forget AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura has faced each other before at Japan Wrestling.
In Japan Wrestling, yes.
Yeah. Now
So,
these two are very good. I love to see these two go again. I love it. This is so entertaining.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're good. They're two of the best, and I honestly think like Shinsuke needs to do it. I think he needs to win this title. Yeah. I want to see him with this title. Like it's time. If there's any time for it, it is now. It is this Sunday. Shinsuke, don't let us down. Honestly, like that's what he's got to do.
If he lets us down, I'm going to be so pissed because I'm going to be betting money on this match.
Are you really? Well, I mean, Shinsuke is favored, so you wouldn't win that much money.
Yeah, because my mom is going with AJ Styles and everything. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, you bet your mom money with that?
Yeah, she's going with AJ.
I think you're going to win. So if you got a straight up bet and it's not like a Vegas handicap like I was talking about, then yeah, you made a good bet. You made a very good. You made a smart bet, wrestling approved bet.
Yeah, she's betting like $100 and everything. That's a good allowance.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have. How are you gonna spend that money? She should just give it to you now.
Yeah. And everything. So we're both going with Shinsuke Nakamura, and that well said. Yeah. So guys, Philly, thank you for joining this live stream. Thank you so much. And guys, to all the beautiful people who is watching this, thank you so much. And make sure you subscribe to Philly's channel. It's Bet Wrestling.
I'll get around to. I haven't been there in a while, but just subscribe anyway because you never know when I'm going to pop in.
He's at 2,000 subscribed. I think 200 subscribers, I believe.
No, I'm under 1,000. I'm 2,000.
1,000?
Yeah, maybe 2,100 by now. I don't even know. Like I haven't looked at it in a long. Who knows? I have abandoned it because Bet Wrestling, like I said, mission accomplished. We caused the WWE to change their name, to change their game, to not make it as predictable, and also like everything's under lock and key. They're not telling people the script. They're not telling people the finishes and the outcomes because they run to these sports books because of us, and they bet money. And then, okay, we see who's betting the money. Like people aren't betting thousands of dollars on this person who has no chance to win unless they are going to win and they have inside information. And we tip off the world, and they had to change their game. So you're welcome. Mission accomplished.
But like Philly said, that still subscribe to his
because I'm going to get back to something on that channel. And like I said, this other project I'm very excited about. But I'm under a gag order. But it's going to be big. And most people, I don't think they won't even be interested in it. But it's to a different. It's just going to be a moneymaker, and it's going to be you're going to hear this brand. But I'm excited. I wish I could talk about it. But great being here, Rashida. Any final thoughts?
But like I said, guys, subscribe to the channel, push that notification bell so you won't miss his videos if he uploads, and follow him on Twitter as Bet Wrestling, and follow me on Instagram. I don't think you have an Instagram, do you?
Bet Wrestling, but once again, I'm not there either. Twitter's probably the best place to find me.
Yes, like I said, follow him on Twitter and subscribe to his channel, and follow me on Instagram as Rashida Talks Wrestling, and follow me on Twitter as Rashida Talks Wrestling as well, and everything. Subscribe to my channel because we're almost at 100 subscribers. So let's make that happen, ladies and gentlemen. Philly and we are out. Thank you so much, guys, for joining, and I will see you all next Monday.
I know that's right. Yeah, enjoy the pay-per-view. I have such a hunger for this. I cannot wait for this Sunday's pay-per-view.
Yes,
I hope safe. Peace out. Thank you so much, Rashida and Liz Savage, who she was part of this podcast or live stream or hangout.
Yes, and remember, guys, that WWE Network is only for $99 a month. And remember, if you subscribe today, you get 2 pay-per-views for free, like NXT TakeOver Chicago and the 2018 Money in the Bank like we just talked about. So, guys, good night, and I'll see you all next Monday.